Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anita Putri Andani. My registration number is A1M222078. This is our English morphology video project. Let's talk about assimilation first. Assimilation is a sound change that occurs when a sound becomes similar or identical to another sound around it. The main purpose of assimilation is to facilitate pronunciation so that transitions between sounds are smoother in rapid speech. There are types of assimilation. In general, assimilation is divided into several types. Type number 1, progressive assimilation. The following sound is influenced by the previous sound. Example: dogs, cats, horses. The plural endings s, z, and is change depending on the preceding sound. If the word ends in a voiceless sound, such as p, t, k, the plural endings will be s. If it endings in a voiced sounds, such as p, t, k, the plural endings will be z. If it endings in a sibilant, such as s, sh, ch, the plural endings will be is. Types number 2, regressive assimilation. The preceding sound adapts to the following sound. It's also called anticipatory assimilation because we prepare the next sound. Example: input, handbag, boy. The consonant N changes to M before P or P because both sounds are bilabial. So we pronounce input as input, not input. Types number 3, coalescent assimilation. Two sounds meet and merge into one new sound. Example: don't you, would you. If T meet with Y, it will be ch, ch. For example, don't you. And if D meet with Y, it will be z, z. It's like would you. This is a merger of alveolar sounds t, d with palatal sound y. Okay, that's all for assimilation. We move to dissimilation.
Okay, thanks for explaining about assimilation. So I am Rizaldo, wanna talk about something that's kinda the opposite, which is dissimilation. So what exactly is dissimilation? So guys, basically dissimilation is when two similar sounds in a word become less alike just to make pronunciation easier. It's like the opposite of assimilation, which makes sounds more similar. Our mouths naturally try to avoid repeating similar movements because it's tiring and sounds weird. For example, take the word fifths. If we pronounce it perfectly, it should be fifths, but that's kind of hard to say. It feels like awkward, so many people just say fifths. Here, the sound changes to T to make the word easier to pronounce. That's dissimilation. Another cool examples comes from history, the word pilgrim. It actually comes from the Latin peregrinus. When English speakers borrowed it, the double R sounds was simplified, One R changed to avoid repetition, and again, that's dissimulation in action. So while assimilation makes sounds blend together, dissimulation is like saying, wait a sec, the sounds are too similar. Let's change one so it's easier to say.
Okay, it's all about comfort and efficiency. Our brain and tongue naturally look for the easiest way to say things. So assimilation happens so speech flows smoothly, sound cooperate. And dissimulation happens when two sounds are too similar and cause tone confusion. So one change to make pronunciation easier, you can think of it like this. Assimilation is teamwork and dissimulation is personal space.
Usually no, they don't change the meaning of a word. They only affect pronunciation, not semantics. Whether you say fifths or fifths, it still means fifths. Same with impossible, it's just a smoother version of impossible. So yeah, these processes are phonological. They happen in how we pronounce words, not what they mean. Okay, thank you.